scriptures say that the highest form of viveka is the ability to distinguish with complete clarity between purush, pure consciousness that never changes, and prakriti, the creation that constantly changes, the thoughts and the emotions and the sensations and the whole universe of form and movement. Another way to visualize this subtle distinction is by imagining a rainbow appearing in the sky. So for a while, the sky in that place believes itself to have become an individual rainbow. It thinks that it's colourful and bright and alive. It feels very pleased with itself, maybe because it thinks that everybody admires it and says how beautiful and special it is. But then this apparent rainbow starts realizing that when the weather changes, it's going to disappear. And this triggers real anxiety. It starts to feel really afraid of its own death. So again, it needs a teacher to come along and say, you need to have vivek. You need to distinguish between the real you, the sky, who was there before this colourful rainbow form appeared and who will remain long after. You need to distinguish that from the temporary appearance of your colourful rainbow shape. And one technique of doing this might be to close your eyes so you aren't beguiled anymore by the appearance of your form, and so that you can identify directly with the nature of your true self, the spaciousness of the sky. And when you do that, when you actually identify with that open, pure, eternal spaciousness, the fear of death will completely dissolve, because you realize clearly that you, the sky, will never die. So then through that practice of vivek, the sky remembers itself. It realizes, oh, I was never confined by those colors. I was always just the vast open space in which those colors appeared. And so then when the sky knows itself as itself again, there's a profound shift, and the fear of the change of weather completely drops away. So the thing is then that the sky doesn't have to get rid of the form of the rainbow. It doesn't need to reject it at all. Rather, it can actually allow it to shine even more brilliantly, because it's shining from a place of freedom and of wholeness rather than living in fear. So this natural freedom is what's called vairagya in Sanskrit. Vairagya can often be translated as detachment, but it's really important to understand that vairagya doesn't mean being cold or indifferent at all. Rather, it's the ease that arises when things are seen clearly. Because once you truly realize what's eternal and what's temporary, you don't have to try and let go and push the temporary away. It just loses its hold on you. So your attachment to things and forms in your own body doesn't weaken because you stop loving them, but actually because love expands to include everything.